this is what we used our grant money for, was two main things. Basically, the purchase of this light fixture, which is it's nice because it runs on easily purchased compact fluorescent light bulbs, and some materials, some growing pods and fertilizer, and then seeds for these plants. The good thing about these plants, they're called fast plants, and they complete an entire generation. So the students can plant a seed and then have new seeds ready to harvest in under 40 days. So they have a chance to do lots of generations during the school year. And so basically I gave them a challenge. The students were provided some random seeds. As you can see, these plants have different varieties. For instance, this is a green stemmed one on this side, and this is a purple stemmed one over here. I don't know how well the camera can pick this up, but this one has hairy leaves. This one is smooth. Some of them are tall plants. These are regular sized ones here, while other ones are dwarf. Some of the plants have variegated leaves. You can see the different leaf color there, and so there's all sorts of traits that they have available in these plants, and they drew a goal out of the hat, and they are to produce a true breeding group of those plants. So maybe they drew hairy, and their goal would then be to produce a true breeding group of hairy plants. Maybe their goal was dwarf or variegated, and so they would produce those. And so during this project, they get to show their knowledge or learn about plant growth and development. They get to learn about pollination, mutualism. They have to pollinate these with little bitty bees on sticks that they get to use. They get to learn about genetics, Punnett squares. They get to create hypotheses and test them and create the entire procedures for doing this. And then finally, they also get to learn about evolution, how a population can change based on the genes that are being favored or not favored by nature, or in this case, human selection. So it's been a really good project for us, and the kids have learned a lot. Especially some of them are really into it. Some of them have to be reminded constantly to water their plants, but the kids that are into it have really had fun, and it's been a good learning experience for them. It's been fantastic. It's great to have an organism that they can work with easily. It's good to have the facilities to do this, and we really appreciate the grant, because without it, this kind of project would not have been possible this year.
The experiment we did was we had to take seeds, these random seeds that Mr. McPherson gave us. We had to take them, and we had to use. He also gave us a goal to achieve by breeding them with others and with yourself. So what you wanted to do was you wanted to achieve that goal by doing multiple generations of your plants and breeding them together with other plants that have the trait that you want. The trait I was going for was a true breeding green stem plant. It took me 4 generations to achieve the green stem. I learned that change can take a while in genetics, and that it takes patience, and I learned some bit about recessive and dominant gene or traits.
My name is Haley Watson, and I'm a sophomore. And in my project, we have these plants, and we were given seeds by our teacher. My teacher was Mr. McPherson. And what we would try to do is, he gave us an objective, and my objective was to have purple stems and variegated leaves. And so it's basically just kind of like a trial and error type process, where we grow the seeds and see if they can produce seed pods like these are starting to have on the ends. And then you would plant what you have and see if those traits went on. And the point of this project was about genetics and see about dominant and recessive traits, and if you can achieve to get those traits through multiple generations. And that kind of just helped us learn about, especially kind of like with people, about how traits pass on to other offspring. And with my project, we've had lots of trial and error processes. Sometimes they die, sometimes they don't grow, but this is my third batch, I think, that are actually growing seed pods now. And if when I plant them, they grow and they do or do not have my traits I need, then I can probably consider my project done. I just got to decide if it's dominant or recessive. And as of right now, they seem pretty recessive because especially not many other people's plants have purple stems or variegated leaves. But we'll see whenever they get planted.
Awesome.
Well, I guess the purpose of it, you chose a gull out of a bucket, and that gull was what you needed to breed your plants to be like.
We picked plants with green stems and hairy leaves, so over the course of the year we had to learn genetics and figure out how we could get our plants to all have green stems and hairy leaves. We learned about Punnett squares and dominant and recessive genes and alleles in class, and that helped us learn which plants we could pollinate our plants with and grow seed pods to make our plants the way we wanted them. So like if we wanted hairy, green stemmed and hairy leaf plant, then our best chance to get that would be to pollinate our plants with that. And once we did a couple generations of that, we could figure out that a green stem was dominant, but a hairy plant that was recessive. So, but eventually we learned how to do Punnett squares and such, and we got our goal.